On this video we're taking a look at our NHL team and total pick for the games that are happening on Wednesday, April 27, 2022. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Winnipeg Jets vs Philadelphia Flyers. Our 1TS pick is Winnipeg Jets for the win. And here is why. The Philadelphia Flyers are averaging 2.6 goals per game and are scoring on 12.3% of their power play opportunities. Cam Atkinson leads Philadelphia with 23 goals, Travis Konechny has 36 assists and James Van Riemsdyk has 177 shots on goal. Defensively, the Philadelphia Flyers are allowing 3.6 goals per game and are killing 75.6% of their opponents' power plays. Carter Hart has allowed 137 goals on 1,441 shots faced, and Martin Jones has allowed 111 goals on 1,106 shots. Neither of these teams have anything to play for the last week of the season, but it's fair to say the Winnipeg Jets are the better team here and have been showing more pride. Heck, the Jets just beat the Avalanche a couple of days ago. The Philadelphia Flyers have been a joke for the majority of the season, and they've been at their worst on the road. Usually I lean toward the plus money in a battle like this between two slumping teams with no motivation, but I have to lean toward the Jets on their home ice. Our second pick is under 6, and here is why. The scoring for the Flyers is coming in with a total of 2.60 goals per game on the year. The Flyers have allowed a total of 3.58 goals per game. The power play for the Philadelphia team is converting at a clip of 12.1% on the year, and the penalty kill for Philadelphia has managed to kill off 76.1% of the power plays faced. The Jets are coming in with a record of 36-32-11 on the year so far and are ranked 6th in the Central Division. The Jets are coming in after getting a surprising win in their last game. The win for the Jets came over the Colorado Avalanche by a score of 4-1. Offensively, the Jets have ended up getting a total of 2.99 goals per game. The power play for the Jets has converted at a clip of 20.7% on the year, and the penalty kill for Winnipeg has killed off a total of 74.7% on the year. The Jets have allowed a total of 3.13 goals per game on the year. The Winnipeg Jets are averaging 3 goals per game and are scoring on 21.3% of their power play opportunities. Kyle Connor leads Winnipeg with 45 goals, Blake Wheeler has 42 assists and Nikola Ehlers has 238 shots on goal. Defensively, the Winnipeg Jets are allowing 3.2 goals per game and are killing 74.4% of their opponents' power plays. Connor Hellebuyck has given up 192 goals on 2,122 shots faced, and Eric Comrie has allowed 41 goals on 485 shots. New York Rangers vs Montreal Canadiens. Our first pick is New York Rangers minus 1.5 goals. And here is why. The Montreal Canadiens are averaging 2.6 goals per game and are scoring on 13.5% of their power play opportunities. Nick Suzuki leads Montreal with 21 goals, Chris Weidman has 22 assists, and Cole Caulfield has 177 shots on goal. Defensively, the Montreal Canadiens are allowing 3.9 goals per game and are killing 75.5% of their opponents' power plays. Jake Allen has given up 107 goals on 1,123 shots faced, and Sam Montembeault has allowed 119 goals on 1,097 shots. The New York Rangers are on the end of a back-to-back and had defensive issues last night, but they're playing a Habs team that has nothing going for them right now. The Montreal Canadiens are getting rocked everywhere they turn, and they look like a team that's counting the days until the off-season. The favorite has won 10 of the last 12 meetings between these teams. Give me the Rangers and the PL for max betting value. Our second pick is under 6 goals, and here is why. The offense for the Canadiens is coming in with a total of 2.55 goals per game. The defense for the Canadiens has allowed a horrible mark of 3.90 goals per game. The power play for Montreal is converting at a clip of 13.5% on the year, and the penalty kill for the Canadiens has killed off only 75.5% of the power plays faced. With the Rangers, the team is coming in with a record of 51-23-6 on the year and are playoff bound. The Rangers in their last game did end up losing the game. The loss for New York was against the Carolina Hurricanes, who are one of the more powerful teams on the year, and came by a score of 4-3. Offensively, the Rangers are putting in only 3.05 goals per game. The power play for New York has converted at a clip of 25.8% on the year, and the penalty kill for the Rangers has killed off 82.2% of the power plays faced. The defense for New York has allowed an impressive 2.43 goals per game. The New York Rangers are averaging 3.1 goals per game and are scoring on 26.1% of their power play opportunities. Chris Kreider leads New York with 51 goals, Artemi Panarin has 74 assists, and Mika Zibanejad has 215 shots on goal. Defensively, the New York Rangers are allowing 2.4 goals per game and are killing 81.8% of their opponents' power plays. Alexander Georgiev has given up 79 goals on 773 shots, and Igor Shesterkin has allowed 102 goals on 1,586 shots. Dallas Stars vs Arizona Coyotes. Our first pick is Dallas minus 1.5 goals. And here is why. The Arizona Coyotes will look to build on their 5-3 win over Minnesota last time out. Clayton Keller leads the Coyotes with 63 points, logging a team-high 28 goals and 35 assists, while Shane Gostisbehere has 36 assists as part of his 47 points this season. Nick Schmaltz has 57 points with 23 goals and 34 assists, and Phil Kessel also has 51 points with 43 assists, while Lawson Krause has 20 goals and Travis Boyd has 15 goals on the year. The Coyotes may have gotten a massive upset win over the Wild on Tuesday, but one has to wonder how truly sustainable the success is, given that this team is just playing out the string at this point. The Dallas Stars need just 1 point here to clinch their spot in the playoffs and are the far better team despite their recent issues. I'll side with the Stars on the minus 1.5 puck line here. Our second pick is under 5.5 goals, and here is why. Clayton Keller is the leading goal scorer for Arizona with 28 and the leader in points with 63, while Phil Kessel is the leader in assists with 42. In goal, Scott Wedgwood is 13-15-5 with a goals against average of 3.11, save percentage of .910 and 1 shutout. Arizona scores an average of 2.43 goals per game and allows an average of 3.79 goals per game. Arizona's power play scores 13.5% of the time, and its penalty kill unit is successful 74.2% of the time. Dallas also completes a back-to-back on Wednesday when hosting Arizona after entertaining Vegas on Tuesday. Dallas is 5th in the Central Division at 44-35 with 93 points. Dallas holds the second of 2 wild card spots in the Western Conference, 1 point behind Nashville, and only 3 points ahead of the third-place Vegas Golden Knights, with 3 games remaining in the regular season. Dallas defeated the Seattle Kraken 3-2 on Saturday in their most recent outing. Jason Robertson is the leading goal scorer for Dallas with 38, while Joe Pavelski is the leader in assists with 51 and points with 78. In goal, Jake Ettinger is 28-15-1 with a goal against average of 2.56, save percentage of .914 and 1 shutout. Dallas scores an average of 2.84 goals per game and allows an average of 2.99 goals per game. The Dallas power play scores 22.3% of the time, and its penalty kill unit is successful 79.4% of the time. Dallas will defeat Arizona on Wednesday to remain in the hunt for a wild card spot in the Western Conference, but the play here is under. The under has cashed in each of Dallas's last 5 and in 4 of the last 6 that Dallas has played on its home ice against Arizona. Both Arizona and Dallas will be playing the second half of a back-to-back, and that will create a slower pace and less attacking by both. Final score prediction: Dallas Stars win, but our best play is under. Chicago Blackhawks vs Vegas Golden Knights. Our first pick is Chicago Blackhawks. And here is why. The Vegas Golden Knights are averaging 3.1 goals per game and are scoring on 18.1% of their power play opportunities. Jonathan Marchessault leads Vegas with 29 goals, Chandler Stevenson has 40 assists and Alex Pietrangelo has 217 shots on goal. Defensively, the Vegas Golden Knights are allowing 3 goals per game and are killing 78% of their opponents' power plays. Robin Lehner has given up 120 goals on 1,288 shots faced, and Laurent Brossoit has allowed 62 goals on 588 shots. The Vegas Golden Knights should be favored for obvious reasons, but they're having a rough go over the last week or so, and they're coming off a loss last night in overtime, a loss that pretty much sealed their fate. The Golden Knights can't be feeling great physically or mentally right now. The Chicago Blackhawks have issues of their own, but at least they're at home here with the rest advantage. That's enough for me to take a shot in the dark with the plus money. And our second pick is over 5.5 goals. And here is why. Jonathan Marchessault is the leading goal scorer for Vegas with 29 and the leader in overall points with 64, while Chandler Stevenson is the leader in assists with 40. In goal, Laurent Brossoit is 10-9-3 with a goals against average of 2.90, save percentage of .895 and 1 shutout. Vegas scores an average of 3.16 goals per game and allows an average of 2.98 goals per game. The Vegas power play scores 17.8% of the time, and its penalty kill unit is successful 77.7% of the time. The Chicago Blackhawks look for a second consecutive victory when hosting Vegas on Wednesday. Chicago is 7th in the Central Division at 27-42-11 with 65 points. Chicago defeated the Philadelphia Flyers on Monday night 3-1. The victory snapped a 2-game losing streak for the Blackhawks, but Chicago has lost 4 out of the last 6. Chicago has been eliminated from playoff contention. Alex DeBrincat is the leading goal scorer for Chicago with 41, while Patrick Kane is the leader in assists with 66 and points with 92. In goal, Kevin Lankinen is 7-15-6 with a goals against average of 3.53 and save percentage of .890. Chicago scores an average of 2.60 goals per game and allows an average of 3.54 goals per game. Chicago's power play scores 19.4% of the time, and its penalty kill unit is successful 75.8% of the time. The Chicago Blackhawks are averaging 2.6 goals per game and are scoring on 19.8% of their power play opportunities. Alex DeBrincat leads Chicago with 41 goals, Patrick Kane has 66 assists and Seth Jones has 187 shots on goal. Defensively, the Chicago Blackhawks are allowing 3.6 goals per game and are killing 75.3% of their opponent's power plays. Colin Delia has given up 19 goals on 182 shots faced, and Kevin Lankinen has allowed 103 goals on 933 shots. Seattle Kraken vs Los Angeles Kings. Our first pick is Los Angeles to win, and here is why. The Los Angeles Kings will look to build on their current 4-game win streak after a 4-2 win over the Anaheim Ducks last time out. Anze Kopitar leads the Kings in scoring with 66 points including a team-high 47 assists and 19 goals, while Victor Arvidsson has 48 points with 20 goals and 28 assists and Adrian Kemp's point total is at 53 with a team-high 34 goals of his own. Philip Denault has 50 points with 26 goals and 24 assists, while Trevor Moore has 47 points with 31 assists. I get the reasoning for backing a home dog like Seattle, but while the Kings clinched a playoff spot on Tuesday, there's still something to play for here as they're chasing the Oilers for the second spot in the Pacific Division and home ice in their upcoming playoff series. I think this is a spot where the Kings show up to play, and while the Kraken would like to give their fans a win at home, the Kings want this one more, so give me Los Angeles. Our second pick is under 6. And here is why. The Seattle Kraken will try to snap a 3-game losing streak after a 5-2 loss to Vancouver last time out. Jared McCann has 48 points with a team-high 26 goals and Yanni Gourde has 46 points with 20 goals and 26 assists, while Jordan Eberle has 42 points of his own split between 20 goals and 22 assists. Vince Dunn has a team-high 28 assists as well this season. Offensively this season Los Angeles has been a mediocre team averaging only 2.83 goals per game on 35 shots. Anze Kopitar is the offensive leader for Los Angeles posting a team-high 66 points to go along with a team-leading 47 assists. Adrian Kemp leads the team with 34 goals on 240 shots. The Seattle Kraken go back home Wednesday night riding a 2-game losing streak following a loss to the Dallas Stars. Chris Driedger struggled in the net for Seattle posting .903 save percentage after giving up 3 goals on 31 shots in just under 59 minutes leading to the loss. The biggest weakness for Seattle this season has been a terrible offense averaging only 2.59 goals per game on 28.8 shots. Jared McCann leads the Seattle offense with 47 points to go along with a team-high 26 goals on 183 shots. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.